Now, as you choose your teams, Bruce Tuckman in 1965 came up with the 4 stages of team development. So many of your teams, once you form them, many of them will arrive not even knowing what their roles are. Many will not be clear why the team has been formed. Now, it will be very important as you induct people into this process to clarify why that has happened. This might also be done during the programs. Many of the Strathmore Business School programs ensure that before the module ends, there's a session that prepares you for coaching. You will have somebody who walks into your class and takes you through what coaching is, why it is different from mentoring, from counseling, from therapy, from training, and then helps you to understand the value that team coaching will provide. If you've already set up your teams, then you're ready for the next stage I'm about to take you to. Once you've set up your team, the next most important is to ask yourself, how do we sell our coaching project to the management to get their buy-in? One of the prerequisites before you meet your coach on day 1 is that you should come ready, having had your pre-coaching sign-up sheet signed up and filled and approved by your management, meaning that you have presented your coaching projects to them, they have given their input, and they have approved that you go ahead and then engage as a team in achieving that particular project. And it's the most exciting part to be in. But before that, you will have gone through the usual teething problems of trying to understand why you're there, what your role is, and many times the management will clarify what each individual role will be in the team. If not clear, the coach would also help you when you meet them. Now you are then faced with the next big agenda and milestone as a team, and that is to get their buy-in. You will be given a template, a form which is called a pre-coaching sign-up sheet. Your job is to make sure that you prepare a presentation for management. Now, management in your case could be whoever has been selected, whether the sponsor of this program, your CEO, your board. It's all internal and dependent on your each circumstance of any organization. It is very important as a team that you present this project in its initial stage, because remember at this stage, you're not even very clear what the project will look like. You're still grappling with exactly what it will be, but you have an idea of what the thematic area is. That is good enough. Now, what will you be presenting to your management? You present to them what the project is, what is it going to be achieving, how is it aligned to the organization's priorities, objectives, and strategic thematic areas. That is most important. Fourthly, you're going to be presenting what impact will this project have on the organization once it is achieved. These 4 areas are very important to put in your slides and have something thorough and well presented and thought through. Now remember, it's not a foolproof document, and at this stage, management will give input. Many times it could even be declined, and you could be proposed to take another one. Please don't lose heart. The idea is to get the management buy-in at this stage, even before you meet your coach. With those ones, you're going to be thinking to yourself, as a team, even before you meet your management, identify who's going to be your team leader. And therefore, that person will be coordinating your meetings. Most importantly, as a team, start looking at how do you present, what will management want to hear, what questions are the management going to ask you, what are they likely to ask you, and then prepare accordingly. They probably will be questions such as the following. 1, why did you choose this project? In which way is this project going to speak to the areas that are of interest to us as an organization? Have you thought through where the resources are going to come from? You're going to be asked questions in terms of, you already have your core activities as individual members of the team. How are you going to manage the conflicts that might arise between your day-to-day activities and the ability to complete this project? How do you manage burnout? How do you manage commitment? Where will you get the resources? What will you present to management that will make them give you the resources, the time, and the support? Most importantly, please, as a team, identify who in the organization can be the sponsor of that project. A sponsor in that organization is somebody senior in the organization that has an interest, a vested interest in the success of this project. You need them to be your sponsor, and they will act like your mentor, so that internally they will be part of the internal buy-in strategy, so that when you go to present, they will help you in the thinking process in readiness to present to management. Once you've done that, kudos team. You're now ready to meet your coach